Hello everyone, this is going to be a very quick video, hopefully, showing a card being made using some Brutus Monroe products. This is the Brutus Monroe stamp set called Spring Wreath, which features a very large spring wreath. It has a nice corner photo, a corner stamp, lots of great sentiments. So we're going to use this. And previously I stamped the large wreath and colored it in with Copic markers. So I used a variety of markers and colors such as orange, yellow, green, red, some purple for the grapes, some brown for the wreath itself, and of course greens and yellows for the leaves. So on the back I have some Brutus Monroe foam tape, and I've removed all of the backing except for this one right here. So we're going to try to get this off. This is the most difficult part of the process, getting this to come up off of the tape. This is one of the most stickiest foam tapes out there, and it's also have the most stickiest back. As you can see, I'm really struggling just to get it. There we go. Okay, good. So here we have what I created a while ago. This is embossed with the Brutus Monroe embossing folder, and the inks are distress inks, distress oxides. That's what that is. So first thing I'm going to do is center my wreath on this panel, and this wreath can go pretty much in any direction, but I'm going to put it sort of like this. And what my plan is to, this is my card base, this is a cream colored cardstock, put the embossed panel here, the wreath would go here, and I would put a sentiment across the top here. So that's my plan, and I thought that would look nice. So I'm just going to pull it down a little bit, and it's not going to be actually centered. So I think what I need to do is keep all of my wreath and flowers on the embossed panel. I thought it would look nice sort of hanging up here, but I don't think I'm going to have room for that if I want to put a sentiment up there. So we'll go ahead and adhere this. Make sure you know where you want to go, because once you stick that down, you're not going to get it up again. Yeah, I guess I could have turned it a little bit. Comparing to the stamp itself, I could have went a little bit like this, but it's okay. It's all good. All right. I'm going to use some art glitter glue to adhere. Oh, something is stuck. Oh, that's, never mind. Use some art glitter glue on the back of my panel. Once it gets going, it flows out pretty good. All right. Go ahead and adhere this. I'm going to leave a little bit of matting around the bottom. I'm not going to drag it all the way to the bottom. So there's a little bit of ivory or cream still exposed here. Just going to hold this down for a minute. And then that will go on top of here. And then a sentiment across the top. So I don't know that any of the sentiments that came with the stamps that if I'd be able to fit them across the top. They're great sentiments though. It says, be the light, live a great story, don't give up, hold on, things will get better, and worry less, smile more. So I was hoping to use be the light, but I'm afraid that it would have to be off-centered. It might look a little bit strange, and instead we will pick a different sentiment from a separate card set, stamp set here. I have the Sentimental Sayings set from Brutus Monroe, Simply Sentimental, I think that's what it's called. And we have more to choose from here that would fit in the space that I have. So we could put happy birthday up there. We could put congratulations up there. It would kind of be tucked a little bit behind. We could put, let me see, anything else that would fit? Hello. Hello would fit. Hi. You're amazing would fit. Happy birthday. I'm liking happy birthday. I'm liking that hello too. That's a nice hello. Okay. All right, so let me grab my round stamp acrylic block. Oops. This is also from Brutus Monroe. And first I will take the hello. Try the hello just to see how. Obviously I'm not going to try it. I'm going to just sort of give it a look-see here. I'm going to have to hold it up so I can see it better here. Oh, I think I want something bigger. So instead of hello, let's see, maybe we'll get the congratulations. Maybe that would work. So that, I'm liking it. I could actually stamp this on a piece of paper instead of, I could use some craft cardstock, stamp congratulations across it and heat emboss it, and then use that. That would probably look really nice. Okay, so that's what we'll do. All right, so let me get some stuff out of the way here, and let me grab my embossing powders and my embossing buddy and my embossing ink, and we will, yeah, I think the craft paper would look nice. I think it would look nice and rustic. This is sort of a rustic wreath. All right, just hold on a second. I'll be right back. All right, so I grabbed my Gilded, Raven, my embossing ink, my embossing buddy. Going to get a piece of scrap paper to emboss on. And my wooden cutting board to protect my surface. So I don't know if you all noticed, but I changed my surface. I used to have a blue mat. Now I have this nice background, and it's really nice and smooth. So that was a nice change. Alrighty. This is just an old cutting board that I used to watercolor and whatnot. All right, so we're gonna put that on there. Let me just line it up. Yeah, that looks good. So let's take our embossing buddy and get some powder on that, since I've been touching it with my hands. And then we will take our sentiment. We will ink it up with Brutus Monroe embossing ink. I just refilled this ink pad last night, so we should get a really nice impression here. Get it nice and sticky. And then we will stamp it in the middle, and then I can trim it out. I also have a die that I could use to cut it out, so we will make it smaller than what it is right now. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Just the watermark itself is pretty. Isn't that pretty? So I think I'm going to use the Gilded. I think that's what I'm going to use. I think that would look really nice. Sort of a tone on tone. And I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. And then sprinkle it on my Sentiment. There we go. Oh yeah, that's going to look awesome. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. All right, so let's put the embossing powder back in the container. If you haven't tried any Brutus Monroe embossing powders before, you really need to. They're finely, like a fine powder, and there's no wax in them. And they really make beautiful, beautiful projects. All right, so I'm going to get my heat gun, warm it up, and emboss our Sentiment. Just looking for any stray bits here of, a little bit of stray bits here of embossing powder. I just want to brush that off, being careful not to brush my Sentiment away. All right, I'm going to grab my heat gun and let it warm up, and then we'll emboss this. Oh boy, is that ever gorgeous. Wow, something so simple could look so lovely, right? So nice. Okay, get this out of the way and grab my, I have a die cut for using around words. However, that word is a little bit too big for that die cut, so I'm going to grab my other die cut for my Sentiments. If you hold on 1 minute here, I'll be right back. Just looking through my die cuts here. I have these die cuts. They are from Sizzix, I think. They're mislabeled, so don't quote me on that. They do say Sizzix on the, they do say Sizzix, so they are Sizzix. Okay, so we have that one. It's quite large. I'm not sure I want something that big. This one is just as large. Also have these sort of, they remind me of balloons. One of these might work. Let's see. No, that would definitely cut into our congratulations, but this one would actually work. All right. And because it's got that waviness, if I want to make it shorter on this end, I can. I don't have to stick to the actual configuration. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so let me take this over to my die cutting machine and I'll slide it through real quick. It'll only take me like 30 seconds or less. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't feel like dragging my Sizzix over here. So we die cut that. It looks really cute. it just looks really nice. It just fits in that so well. And then that can go right here. And truly, if I wanted to, I could trim this so that the branch isn't overlapping the sentiment if I really wanted to. But actually, I like it that way. I think it looks just different with it overlapping. So I'm going to adhere that just the way it is. I'm not going to trim it down any. I'm not going to trim the wreath at all. Just going to stick with the way it is. I think it'll look nice. All right, so let's get this lined up. It's just sort of going to be a banner across the top. Okay, I'm going to hold that for a second. I really like the way that looks embossed with that gilded. I think it's really pretty. So I have a choice to make. Do I want to just trim this branch down to show off more of the sentiment? And I'm leaning towards yes. So we're going to perform a little bit of surgery on this. So I'm going to take my scissors and just snip that off. And that's not a problem. It still looks really nice. So I'm pleased with that. And okay, so now we need to adhere it down to our panel. And the colors just match up very well. I'm really pleased with the color scheme. It's a bit fallish. It's definitely not spring, but that's okay. This is how it goes when you're creating something. You start coloring and you just use the colors that it speaks to you. The Copic markers were the best thing for coloring this image. It is quite detailed. It takes quite a bit of time to get it colored in with the Copic markers. I found that, you know, it was just so detailed. It was such a detailed image, but definitely worth it. Getting the image colored in with the Copics, it looks really lovely. All right, there you have it. Congratulations. We have our card, and you know, we've got some beautiful colors, beautiful background, lots of texture, and a beautiful sentiment. So thank you for tuning in. Please click subscribe if you haven't already. Please ring the bell so that you can be notified of my future videos. I do have a blog if you'd like to follow me, thehopefulcrafter.blogspot.com, and I'm also on Instagram at Schultz551. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.